Oh, I get all tingly when I hear that every season. The opening music of Survivor. I get excited for a new season, and then I see my Jeff Probst, and I know that we're in for a nice ride. I'm Toby Blackwell, and this season 24 of Survivor, I've been asked by the Buff Headgear Company to blog and recap all the episodes, and so that's super exciting for me because I love Survivor, and we'll be talking about it anyway, so might as well do it with some other people who love it as much as I do. I'll be posting, of course, the written blog that's shorter, and then also adding this video blog so that I can get into more detail about what I'm thinking, and also kind of like dance around and wear buffs in many different styles. I am rocking the Survivor Africa buff. I don't have my buffs from this season yet, so I'm kicking it old school, and I'm wearing it like I learned from, I think, Jay, the model. He wore it like this last night, so he's a model. He knows how to wear clothes. And Jeff, it was great to see him. It's always great to see him in his blue button down at the beginning of the season. But this season, how crazy was that? 39 days, 18 people, 1 survivor, and then he does that crazy helicopter dive off. Jeff Probst is the man. I have always enjoyed him as the host of this show. And I've enjoyed watching him get better and better and better. And he always tries to. He is a fan also, so he always tries to one up, himself in that presentation. And then also the show. After 24 seasons, there's a twist that we hadn't seen yet. We have men and women in separate tribes, yes, but we also have them living on the same beach. I'll check my notes real quick. And because I needed to double check the names of these tribes. It's the Manano tribe, that's the men, and the Salani tribe, that's the women. So those are our 2 tribes, and when we first meet them together, they're fighting over scavenging the truck that they arrived in. They have a minute to do it. It turns out some of the men have taken some stuff from the women, and the women are complaining, to which I say, look, there's 9 of you. How did you not see that giant man going over and taking your stuff twice? It was only a minute. I mean, and also, if you had more stuff that you'd taken and not so many bananas and coconuts and perishables, it wouldn't be such an issue. So, game on. That's basically the thing. There were a lot of people that didn't seem to realize that the game had started when it did. And so, those are the people that go quickly sometimes. The women then proceeded to walk to their camp, and this woman, Alicia, emerged as the leader in her own mind. And so she picked 5 women to be a strong women alliance, which is always a great idea. You just pick them based on a 1-minute walk and how they carry coconuts and make them all strong, because that'll work out in the end. So she did that, and then when they arrived at camp, they realized they were going to be with the guys. Some of the guys had also created a strong person alliance. There are 3 alpha males. They had Matt, Michael, and Jay. And you know they're alpha males because they always have their shirts off. 2 things. Number 1, good, because at least the alpha males are hot. And number 2, hilarious, because they're not the brightest bulbs. Michael, I think, is a banker, and they have an alliance, and he said, yeah, that's how you get this game. You get an alliance of 4, and that's how you take it. But there's 9 people in your tribe, so your alliance of 4 is going to do what? Yeah, I'm going to move my money out of whatever bank he works for. There is a 4th person in their tribe. His name is Bill. I don't know who he is either. No idea. I am intrigued in the men's tribe by, there's a little person, his name is Leif, and he seems to always be doing work, and they seem to really like him, but they didn't interview him much, the Survivor producers, so I don't know if that's good, bad, but I liked him. He was intriguing and seemed cool. And then one of the women looks like Kim Raver from Grey's Anatomy, and she seems cool too, and her name's also Kim. Another woman is Chelsea. She's interesting. Chelsea started off all girl power, like all the women did. Who run the world, girls? Who run the world, girls? They had Beyonce running in their minds. But then when they got there were chickens running around, and Chelsea snatched those chickens up like nobody's business. She was pretty amazing. So I thought that, and wouldn't give them to the guys. So, I thought these women, I was like, oh, all right, tough women. then suddenly the guys made fire, and these women turned into ridiculous Sweet Valley High School girls, and were trying every dumb high school girl trick in the book. It was just embarrassing, and it got worse and worse. Volunteering to pole dance. Really, until finally the negotiation ended up being, you build us a fire pit, we will weave your palm fronds for you. Oh, really? The guys do the building, you're going to have these strong men build to make fire for you, and you're going to do the weaving. Why don't you do this for the cooking, the cleaning, and bind your feet, and and walk 10 paces behind while you're at it. I mean, it was just really, it was awful to see the women just so quickly, just lowering their own value and what they could do. And women can do stuff. I mean, I saw that help. Women can do stuff. Let's be real. So that was weird. And then later on, their challenge ended early because one of the women hurt herself. Two things. That challenge, the 25-foot drop, okay, Survivor producers, it's getting a little crazy. That's like a little much. But in their defense, Jeff Probst was constantly telling them how to fall on that net. And Jeff Probst doesn't really give instructions like that during the course of mazes and stuff, so maybe you listen, and maybe that might have prevented this actual bad injury. The men decided to then take the free immunity they got because the women had to forfeit, and the women were all up in arms, but they were up in arms with things like, you guys are men, you guys are this, like, and then at Tribal Council, Chelsea is like, we're women and we can't, get along. If you keep saying these kind of things, it's going to come true. And in fact, it already did come true. The women need to stop. You need to stop negating themselves. And you are strong women. You were picked to be here for a reason. And please, just stop doing what you're doing. Stop doing these little things. But I think it's one of the things that living on the beach together has brought out. There's another really big stereotype running around that beach, and it's that Colton. And in most reality shows, Colton would be the character I like. Colton's the gay boy, And I'm like, all right, there's a gay boy in the thing, I love it when there's a fellow gay boy representing. He ain't representing. He's representing idiocy. He's the worst. He is this college kid he's in junior high. I don't know what game he's playing. It's embarrassing. To me and to a lot of people, it reinforces, stereotypes that gay guys can't get along and work with big, strong, straight men. Really? You don't all need shelter. You don't all need water. You don't all need fire. And his attitude is just awful. So his attitude's awful. He's kind of awful. And he has an immunity necklace, so we're stuck with him. So I'm going to need the women to pull together. I'm going to need the men to not really do much else. I just need them actually to look good, and that's about it. And let us have some more of Leif for Leaf. And also, I don't know who the ninth guy is, so. And I need Colton to just leave, to be honest. But in the meantime, I am interested to see how the season goes. I hope it just doesn't break down to a bunch of, sort of stereotyped groups against each other, and because that's the worst kind of game. I like the intricacies of different people coming together on Survivor, but that, it always tells you about human nature, and that's one thing that sometimes groups of people do. So that's what happened. With that in mind, I hope that you guys could post some information, your comments here, and also post them on the Buff website, and answer our weekly quiz. There's no Redemption Island this season. Do you think that's good or bad, and why? Some of the best answers will be entered to win fancy buffs like the one I'm wearing now, except for the current season. You actually might have yours before I have mine. In the meantime, I will be back to see you next week, and we're going to see if girls can pull it out together, and if Colton really is as demonic as they're making him out to be in the previews. In the meantime, grab your torches, grab your stuff, head back to camp.